Leo, welcome to your Angel Spirit Messages Timeless Finance, Love, and Career reading. AKA, this is going to be a Celtic cross spread for you. Let's hop right into it. If you're watching this, you're part of Tier 2 on the Patreon page, Run and Gun Tarot. Appreciate you. Love and lots to you. And yeah, let's see what we got here. We're going to do the Judgment in reverse for the first card up, which is your immediate concerns, and this is you essentially in this spread. With the Judgment in reverse, right off the bat, it's about being too harsh on yourself. For all intents and purposes, you know, this is the second time that I got this card for you in a recent reading, Leo. I think you're working hard, but again, I can't help but feel that you have this insane pressure on yourself to be successful. And what's going to be required for you to be successful is self-absolution. You're going to have to absolve yourself of anything weighing you back from your success, Leo. You are a very vital and important key figure in this spiritual journey that we're on. I'm really getting, okay? What's crossing you right now, let's go with this Two of Cups card right here. This is Cancerian energy. Duality, agreement, could be relationship. A relationship might be keeping you stuck. You do see the Leo above. Here's your Judgment in reverse. I believe that is Plutonian energy, the great revelator. So you might be keeping things in the closet, Leo. You might be keeping things in the dark, spiritually speaking. It's best to illuminate those things so we can leave them for something best. You know, a lot of the times we stick around in those damp, dark energies, and they keep us from our highest calling. So, you know, whether it involves personal forgiveness, especially in regards to relationships and acceptance and letting go, it's okay. There's nothing that bad under the sun which you can't forgive and forget and absolve yourself from, Leo. Okay? Your foundation is the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. You might have an idea of how you want to conduct yourself spiritually and what you stand for and what you're about, but you have to be wary of the ferocity that comes with this work. The Eight of Pentacles in reverse is indubitably in regards to work. You might be missing the bigger picture as to why you're working, and you're losing sight of the fact that it's not about the work that you do, but it's how you do the work, Leo. Okay? Let's see what you're leaving with the past. Light and love, spirit. You're leaving the moon, so you're leaving emotions. Again, this is a double reiteration of the Plutonian Judgment card in reverse. The moon is about emotions and illumination. This card speaks to divine revelation, reveals messages, has the power to destroy. So with great power, Leo, comes great responsibility. This is the Angel Gabriel. Okay, so you have a lot of great emotional wealth and currency at your disposal, Leo. Your sign rules the heart. So again, undoubtedly, the heart is synced up with emotion to some capacity, to some extent. You could be doing a lot of your work for the sake of your loved ones and your relationship. But again, when you keep yourself in this cornered space of judgment, you're doing yourself a disservice, and it's reflected upon your work. So you want to be really mindful with the energies that you carry with you, because that is going to bleed into your work, okay? And you're essentially infusing your work with those energies, which is why you may not be seeing a return, or you may not be seeing fulfillment in the work that you're applying right now, the application of your work and your energies, because you're essentially imbuing those efforts with energies that you care not to see. You care not to flash the light on. You care not to deal and illuminate, because you're still holding this fear of the lack of self forgiveness. Okay, that forgiveness comes from the self. That forgiveness comes from acceptance. That forgiveness comes from illumination. Okay, just because you're aware of these notions doesn't mean you've practiced them yourself, Leo. The great Leo. Let's see what's crowning you, what you know in this situation. Describes what you know objectively. You know objectively the Seven of Swords. All you know is, doing things possibly, strategy, planning. Okay, I don't want to give you a bad rap and say lie, cheating, stealing, gossiping, things like that. But there's strategy, there's strategio involved, okay? To quote the great board game. You know this. This is how you make your ends meet. Okay? But again, there's a lot being carried with you in doing so. I'm hearing second coming. I don't know why, but I'm hearing this. It's a second coming. It might be a great awakening. Okay, you've blushed with awakening, heart opening, things like this. You've encountered these experiences before, Leo. Your sixth card is your new circumstances coming into being in the future. This is where you're headed. You got the Hierophant. So this is new tradition. Okay? This is fixed energy. You're actually featured in this card yourself, Leo. The angel Haziel, the merciful God. Okay? So you're seeking tradition. You're seeking the course, straight and narrow. I would read this as the Seven of Swords in reverse, major arcana. Divine forgiveness. This is what we're speaking of, Leo. Obtains friendship and favors of the great. Secures promises. You have so much truth and value to offer and give that there's no need to carry on in the ways in which you've been carrying about. Because when you find that, this great emotion is your strength. Your pride is your strength. And you turn that emotion energy into hydroelectric power, which fuels your guiding grace and your fire within, Leo. Let's see, number 7 card is... This is yourself and describes your current state of mind. You have the 10 of Swords. So you're almost at your wit's end. Again, great revelation. Plutonian energy. The moon. Protects from sadness. Gives revelations and dreams. This is the 10 of Swords. So we're at a time of reckoning, commencement, and revelation, Leo. But I honestly do feel that the best is yet to come. This is just the beginning. All you have to do is simply turn on the light, so to speak. The Six of Pentacles is your 8th card. And this is your house and describes the circumstances surrounding the situation. So yeah, there's reciprocity. You're probably seeing some dividends pay off for your works and efforts. There's grace. There's cureness. And absolution, like we spoke of with the Six of Pentacles here. This is in your house. So it could be in your astrological home of leisure and play and enjoyment, or it could be in your physical house surroundings. There's forgiveness and absolution there. Okay? Your 9th card is what you hope or fear. This is your Ace of Swords in reverse. This is lack of clarity, lack of communication. You want to know where you stand with everyone, and yet this is also your greatest fear. But when you illuminate that which is within, you have nothing to fear. Your 10th card is what will come and the likely outcome. Yeah, you're moving. It could be a physical move, but you're moving on to a better place. Could be in regards to thoughts, or it could be in regards to physical movement. The Six of Swords is always about moving to Pleasure Island, so to speak, proverbially. Okay, it could be with you and your family and your loved ones. Better times ahead, Leo. I would honestly just suggest to illuminate that which is within, and don't harbor these things, because there is nothing under God's given sun that cannot be absolved, Leo. We're working with light and love energies primarily, and that's what this is about. This journey exclusively is about illuminating so we can raise our vibrations. Okay, light and love, Leo. Apologies if you're looking at my eyes. They do look rather red. I am noticing. I'm about to put some clear eyes in. And yes, love and light to you, Leo. Peace. God bless.